husband everything you need to do before people come. Him shoveling dirt off the road.
What are you doing?
Cooking a blizzard.
I cooked you crab mac and cheese with peas with garlic bread.
Oh.
I spent like 2 hours cooking. What are you...
It's a little bougie. Just really blizzy.
Just like
That's disgusting. What the heck?
Blizzy's done.
This right here is exactly what people mean when they say that women hate how little it takes to make men happy. What's so hilarious is that it is so easy to please this man that she could have the easiest life in the world just slinging glizzies. But instead, she's going to be eternally frustrated by the fact that this man will never give a single solitary shit about how pleated the quilts are. This is the type of man who time and time again will wipe his oily hands on the decoration towels because they were in the towel spot. I bet you this woman perfectly folds fitted bed sheets every time, and no one will ever know or celebrate it. Honestly, if you bagged yourself a glizzy king, just sit back, relax, and just accept the fact that all that extra shit is only going to be for you. Telling my husband everything you need to do before people come. Him shoveling dirt off the road. Okay, I think I can womansplain this one. This is one of those it's his house too moments. Now, whenever anybody posts something like this, people in the comments always go right for weaponized incompetence without allowing at all the benefit of the doubt that maybe people just have different priorities than you. The ultimate benefit of a woman providing a list for a man is not because he doesn't have his own list of things that need to be done around the house. It's so that he knows which ones you care the most about so that he can adapt accordingly. However, that does not mean, and this was a tough pill for me to swallow too, is that her list is more correct or important, nor that he has to put her list above his own. He is still an autonomous man, thank God. Okay, so to a woman who has grown up her entire life feeling responsible for the inner workings of a domestic household, you of course are going to be focusing on the countertops and the vacuuming for how you will be judged. But men grow up their whole lives believing that they're responsible for the outside of the house. So this dude might have honestly been worried that his father-in-law was going to roll up and be judging the hell out of him for all this dirt on the side of his house. And their neighborhood look kind of bougie too, so if they're in like a HOA thing, they might have some strict ass zoning laws. And they can be annoying. In our neighborhood, you can get a $150 fine if you have a rock driveway instead of a concrete pour driveway. Who fucking cares? And in any neighborhood like this, you definitely have to maintain the sidewalk. So I guarantee you if this guy ever got a ticket in his name for such a thing, he did not forget about it. Especially before attracting a bunch of attention to his house by throwing a party. One of the frustrating things about living with any other human being is that they're not going to make the same choices that you would. And so it can be really easy to, because you don't understand why they did what they did, assume that it was for nefarious purposes. And just, it might seem like guys are doing things out of defiance or malicious strategy, but 9 times out of 10, the reason that he's not doing things the way that you would do is just because he's not you.
Be wondering why my husband isn't as affectionate as he once used to be.
Ew! Get off of me! Ugh, as if!
Yep, it's a slow and painful death for a man, and it starts right there. As soon as you start acting like you're doing him a favor, he's done. A lot of men will continue to trudge on through to make the marriage work, but after years of rejection, he is going to stop trying. And not a lot of women are going to have this level of self-awareness to realize that's why. Can someone please explain to me why my husband always picks female characters in every game he plays?
Side-eye!
Yeah, so if you ask most men, they'll give you the logical gaming mechanics reason. Smaller frame characters have a smaller hitbox, making them a smaller target to hit, giving you the competitive edge when you play as them. But that's not the reason guys play as female characters. The very real reason, and it's pretty simple, is because they're pretty. Men do like pretty things, they just like them on women, and female characters tend to have dope skins and really flowy outfits. And let's be real, voice matters. Yes, a dude would rather hear a woman than a dude groaning in his earpiece all day. Don't be weird about it. Besides, dudes always make their female characters look like their girlfriends anyway. Exhibit A, this is his character, right? This is the girl who filmed the video. That's you. He made you. He made it out like there was an emergency.
Me to get up to help you wrap your wraps. Oh, thanks.
When a man does this, It is not because he's so dumb that he doesn't know how to wrap his own lunch. We all know that orange get up, okay? This is like the one pocket of time that this man has before a long, miserable ass day at work that he could possibly maybe see you, and you are his shining, bright beacon of light. Yes, even with your sweatpants, messy hair, unbrushed teeth, a little bit sweaty, actually especially like that. That is like the final form of women to men. A man will do ridiculous things to get the woman of his dreams into a messy top knot, no makeup, and the sweatpants she's had since college. At 5 a.m., you are his Mona Lisa. Yeah, you don't have anything to worry about with this one. He's crazy about you, girl.
Okay, don't take this the wrong way, but you've just been kind of hanging around a lot lately, which isn't a bad thing, but it's also not a good thing.
I think the most offensive thing to a woman is the concept of a man doing nothing. Like, if you're a man and you want to just exist without laboring, you might as well also hold up a sign that says, I'm worthless. So these are men spending weeks working constantly away from their family, pets, children, and when they finally get home, that's no excuse to slack off, but it is really clear that it takes no time at all for resentment to start forming the second this man dares sit his ass down. There is this very pervasive and haunting societal belief that men only hold value if they are providing income, earning, working. The sad reality of this is that the reason this joke is successful and relatable to so many women is because it's societally acceptable for women to casually joke about how little they want their partner around. Me dreading my partner coming home on Wednesday in the most loving way I can. Oh, thank God, I was beginning to think I had ended up on the wife-bashing side of TikTok. Right, wouldn't want to end up there. I mean, it would probably feel awful if your husband was publicly talking about how annoying you are and how he can't wait to get away from you. I mean, wouldn't it just be devastating to your mental health to have someone make you feel like you're only good for your paycheck and it's better off if you're not even around? Nah, better to stay on husband-bashing TikTok where we can do it to him instead. Here's what your man isn't telling you, because there's a lot of reasons he doesn't want to. If your man is a blue-collar worker or laborer of any kind, if he works in a factory or a warehouse, is on his feet all day. He's not telling you this, but your man is sore. His back is sore, his arms are sore, his neck is sore, his feet are sore. And that man would melt like butter in your mouth if he got a back rub. If a woman ever asks a man if he needs a back rub, it is like winning the World Cup. And for the guys who don't like back rubs, because there are some guys like that, walk on his back. I'm serious, have him lay down in the middle of a door frame, use the door frame for support, and then just slowly walk up his back. You will hear that man crunch like a Dorito bag. You will feel the demons exercise out of his body. And before you come at me with, well, women deserve a massage too, we work hard too, look, I agree with you, but we advocate for ourselves, okay? When he's sitting down playing the PlayStation, we just slide our piggies right onto his lap and wiggle him around until he does something about it. But he's not going to do that to you because he knows it gives you the ick and he doesn't have the privilege. Now, if you're watching this and you're keeping score in your relationship and you're like, Lauren, my man doesn't deserve a back rub, look, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. You don't have to rub it. It's not like a genie is going to come out. But as someone who does love and walk on her husband regularly, I don't need a genie to make my wishes come true. I'm just going to say that.
To get a girl's attention, you gotta either be attractive or be funny. If you're not attractive and you're not funny, then you gotta have money. But if you're not attractive, not funny, and broke, don't be mad that women don't want to talk to you. It's that simple.
Okay, it's people like this who I don't ever want to hear saying, where are all the good men? Because you're never going to find them. When your personal qualifiers are so superficial, they make Khloe Kardashian's face look vegan. I mean, you basically just said that you only pay attention to good-looking dancing monkeys who pay your bills. Why aren't you paying attention to guys who are kind, faithful, and hardworking? So when asked, what about just being a good person, she snidely responds, list 3 characters of a good person that you think most men have. I'll wait. To which 2 seconds later, someone gave a very basic response that we all learned in the 1st grade and ratioed her into the shadow realm. I'm just so sick of women who choose to exclusively date men who are nothing but hot and loud, and then when it magically doesn't work out, they start talking about how all men are like that. I'm not sure why you're telling guys what to do since you're clearly still on Bumble looking for dates yourself, but since we're sharing advice, here's mine to you. You have to actually get out of the shallow end of the pool if you ever want anything deep.
Your man is trash. There ain't no reason for a man not to wear his fucking wedding ring. And don't come at me with, oh, he's afraid his finger's gonna get ripped. If you aren't willing to lose a finger because you love me, then I don't want no part of this relationship. You should be willing to lose a finger for me.
It's giving, who does it remind me of? I guarantee you this woman has never Googled degloving injury in her life. And if she did, I guarantee you there is no man that she would be willing to undergo that for. If you don't already know this, any activity that involves force, speed, weight, and your wedding ring can result in traumatic injury. There are probably more activities that you shouldn't be wearing your ring for than you should be. But you want to know the craziest part is that's not the scary truth about men and wedding rings. The real scary truth about men and wedding rings that all these yes queens in those comments who apparently would never let their man leave the house without his ring don't want to hear is that men with wedding rings get hit on more. A 2009 study in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology found that women mate poach more often than men, meaning that women are more interested in a man who has already been vetted by another woman. If your end goal is that you want women to stay away from your man, you're better off if they think he's some slimy bachelor. But at the end of the day, you either trust your man or you don't. The ring doesn't make your man loyal, his character does.
Have some fun.